In this video, we are building a complete 8-channel RC transmitter and receiver using Arduino and an NRF module, capable of controlling multiple servos and even BLDC motors at the same time. I will show you the full build with the circuit diagrams, code and the final working test so you can build one yourself. So let's get started. Alright, before we start building, let's quickly go through the components we will need for this project. They are all simple and easily available, and I have added the buying links in the description as well. First we will build the transmitter, and this is the circuit diagram for your reference. I am using a self-made custom PCB here, and I will tell you where you can order it at low price with a discount coupon. These are the female header pins to attach the Arduino Nano, joysticks and NRF module. This is a 5V buzzer that we are using for connection indication. This switch is for power on and off. These are the toggle switches for two different channels. We are adding a 0.1 microfarad capacitor along with a 470 microfarad capacitor for power stability to the NRF module and to prevent the connection loss. This is a 330 ohm resistor for our red LED, which shares a common connection with the buzzer. These are the 50K potentiometers we are using for variable control signals. Now apply masking tape to each component to prevent them from falling while soldering. Solder each pin carefully and avoid any short circuit, otherwise the board may not work or even get damaged. Now attach these two female header pins and solder them from that side. This is the port where we will connect our battery. Now after soldering, as you can see how precise and awesome our transmitter is looking. To order this amazing custom PCB board, download the Gerber PCB files from the link in the description. I have used a reliable low-cost PCB manufacturer, jlcpcb. Just head to their website and upload the Gerber zip file one by one. For the specs, set the board to 2 layers, choose how many copies you need and set the board thickness to 1.6 mm. Now add this PCB to your cart, then check out. You can track your order with their fast 24-hour manufacturing and you will receive your board within a week. jlcpcb also manufactures 1 to 8 layer boards, including flex PCBs, metal core PCBs and high frequency PCBs, along with PCB assembly services starting at just $2, and their quality is top notch. Sign up from my link in the description and get a $123 coupon from jlcpcb. The PCB is looking really good in red color. The cutout is perfect as per my design and the copper print looks correct as always. As you can see, we cannot attach the joystick directly like this because it has L-shaped pins and we need straight downward pins to fit into the female headers. Same thing with the NRF adapter, the pins are facing upward but we need them downward to connect properly. So what I did is I carefully removed the old header pins and soldered new ones according to our requirement. Just take your time here, don't rush, otherwise you can damage the module. Now one more important thing, if we leave the joystick like this, it will move while using and the controller would not feel solid. So to make it strong and rigid, I am adding some nuts and bolts for the support. Just fix them like I am doing, tight them properly, and now you can see the controller feels much solid and stable. Now attach the NRF adapter and after that connect the NRF module with the antenna properly. Make sure it is seated correctly, otherwise you can face connection issues. Now attach the caps of the potentiometers so you can get a good grip while controlling. This will make it more comfortable and smooth to use. Now we will upload the code to the transmitter Arduino Nano. Just open the Arduino IDE, then copy and paste the code from the link in the description. For this project, we need to install one library called RF24 from the library manager section. I have already installed it, so I will just select my Arduino Nano board and the correct COM port and then simply click on upload. As you can see, the code is compiling and then uploaded successfully. And if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. By the way, many of you ask me from where I design my professional PCBs. So let me quickly tell you, for that I use Altium, a platform that makes electronic design easier, faster and more connected. It lets your team collaborate in real time by sharing designs, managing versions and staying in sync from anywhere. And for students, they have the Altium Student Lab. Just sign up with your university email for free access to step-by-step PCB courses and industry recognized certifications that prepares you for real world roles and help you stand out in job opportunities. Hit the link in the description and start building your future with Altium. Now we will make the receiver and here is the circuit diagram for it. Again attach all components like header pins, switch and capacitors just like we did in transmitter. After placing them properly, apply masking tape so the components don't move while soldering. Then solder each pin carefully and avoid any short circuits. And as you can see, this one also turned out really good after soldering. Now we will upload the code to the receiver Arduino. Just copy and paste the receiver code from the description, select your board and port and click on upload. I have shared each and every detail on my blogspot including the code, PCB files so you can easily build it yourself. The link is in the description. Now let's attach this 7.4 volt battery. I have joined two female jumper wires and added double tape at the back so we can easily fix the battery behind the transmitter. So now let's test it. Just turn on the switch and as you can see, the LED is blinking along with the buzzer. These beeps are telling us that the transmitter is not connected to the receiver yet. So now let's set up the receiver part. This is the ESC which controls our BLDC motor. From here we also get 5 volt output. The brown wire is ground or negative, the red wire is positive and the orange wire is for signal pin. This 8-channel rail shares the same positive and negative terminals, but each channel has a different signal pins coming from the Arduino. I am using an 11.1 volt lithium polymer battery to power the receiver through the ESC. But if you are not running a BLDC motor, you can also use the same 7.4 volt battery that we have used in transmitter. I am using different types of servo motors to demonstrate its working. Out of these, 5 are SG90, 1 is MG90S and 1 is MG995. This shows the versatility of the controller. It can run different kinds of motors at the same time without any issue. Now turn on the transmitter and the receiver and boom, they are connected. Now let's test them. As you can see, all channels are working perfectly both separately and together without any connection loss. There is no lag while controlling the servos and BLDC motor. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. If you did, like and subscribe to the channel and comment below what I should build next using this transmitter, maybe a 6x6 RC vehicle or something crazy. That's it for today's video. I will see you in the next one. Till then, peace out.